Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sporting Mentality. My name is Tanner, and today we're going to be reacting to the top 10 best starting fives from every NBA jersey number. Now, first reaction, I think number 23 is obviously going to be the best, right? You have LeBron and Blake Griffin. Fred VanVleet? Is he number 23? I have no idea. Anyways, let's get right into it. If you guys are new here, consider smashing the subscribe button. I'm trying to grow this channel as much as possible so I can become a full-time content creator on my gaming channel and on here. So that'd be greatly appreciated, guys. Let's get right into it.
Every jersey number. This one's pretty self-explanatory, but I will say a lot of the stars in the NBA either all wear the same few numbers or were a number that not enough other players wore to make a full lineup out of. So not every star makes this video, but it did leave us with some pretty interesting and unique lineups. I also want to say,
who's that number one
that I started to try and get some different kind of videos out there. Alright, here using only one player from each of their natural positions that wears the number 12 jersey.
Michael Porter Jr.,
Ja Morant, Jerome Robinson, Joe Harris, LaMarcus Aldridge, and Steven Adams. Now this is
bro, I would take that team. Ja Morant and LaMarcus Aldridge. I guess LaMarcus Aldridge is like 34 now, 35. But that isn't a bad lineup at all.
But it's definitely a playoff starting five. The established
Yeah.
here would be
so this is top 10.
And even though the Spurs have
top 10 starting fives from each jersey number. Okay.
Because Ja Morant would be running the show, and without any true stars on his
That's
team,
definitely a playoff team.
Grizzlies to the playoffs. So with him and LaMarcus together, they would be right in line for the postseason. Plus, Steven Adams would pair up good with Aldridge, and he would be the best center that LA's ever played with. So you combine that with one of the best three-point shooters in the game today in Joe Harris, and that makes for a pretty good lineup.
Joe Harris, yeah, he's the next Kyle Korver.
Step up from them, though,
already is.
with the number 22 jersey. And the best
Jimmy Butler?
Number 22s is Devin Hall at point guard, Jimmy Butler at shooting
Yep.
guard, Chris Middleton, Derek Favors, and DeAndre Ayton. And
Oh shit, Jimmy Butler and DeAndre Ayton, dude.
They won't need him to hold on to the ball too much anyways. And besides that,
That's a playoff
it's a
team.
Complete team. Jimmy
Easily.
Butler as the leader in defensive stopper.
And Middleton.
As the second option.
Favors is a great rebounder.
The ball off to an open, and DeAndre Ayton to cover the paint. Then yeah, Devin Hall will be somewhere on the court. This is a good team though. And
Devin Hall's just a fill-in player.
Weakness though would be stretching the floor. Middleton's a great shooter from deep. Jimmy's okay, and Favors.
Jimmy's is one of the most underrated players in the NBA, even though I don't like him because he doesn't like the Pacers.
A major problem for them. Number 8, we got the number 11 jersey with Kyrie Irving, Drew Holiday, James Ennis, Domantas Sabonis, and Brook Lopez.
Oh my god, dude. I feel like this is too low on the list. I think this is going to be the most underrated team out there. Let's go back and look at it for a little bit.
Irving, Drew Holiday, James Ennis, Domantas Sabonis, and Brook.
There's 4 All-Stars on there. Brook Lopez is a former All-Star, alright? Kyrie Irving, one of the best players in the NBA today. Drew Holiday, he's getting a little up there in age. James Ennis, good role player. Domantas Sabonis, All-Star. And Brook Lopez, one of the best defenders in the game today.
Brook Lopez. And I mean, honestly, since Kyrie Irving would be
are there really 7 teams that are better than that?
Playoff team at the rate things have been going for him. But for the sake of this video, let's ignore that issue. Because with that to the side, this team does have a lot of talent. Kyrie, Drew, and Brook are all excellent shooters that would stretch the floor, allowing Sabonis to continue to control the paint like he was doing all year long.
Sabonis is so underrated.
Great role player.
I'm a Pacers fan, but Sabonis is still underrated.
They have Brook Lopez to block shots in the paint, and Drew Holiday to lock up the perimeter. So
Drew Holiday's a great defender.
NBA starting 5. There's not an extreme amount of star power on this one, but these lineups are getting better, and because there was a lot of talent that wore number 11, they did miss out on some great players like Trae Young, Enes Kanter, Ricky Rubio, and Avery Bradley. Number 7
good role players
goes to the number 1 jersey. And the best team yet at a
Chris Paul.
Number 1 is a 5 of Reggie Jackson, Devin Booker,
No.
Jonathan Isaac, Zion Williamson, and Bobby Portis. Now for this one, at first I wanted to include.
Wait, let me go back.
Zion Williamson and Bobby.
Okay, I know they have Devin Booker and Zion, but are you taking this team over Kyrie Irving, Sabonis, Brook Lopez, Drew Holiday, and James Ennis? Reggie Jackson's okay. I'm taking Drew Holiday over them. Devin Booker and Kyrie Irving, though. Those pretty much even out. Jonathan Isaac, James Ennis, Jonathan Isaac wins that. Sabonis and Williamson depends on which risk you're willing to take. And then Brook Lopez or Bobby Portis, I'm taking Brook Lopez.
Portis. Now, for this one, at first, I wanted to include Michael Porter Jr. as their small forward because, well, that would make this look like a really young team with an extremely bright future. But Porter still hasn't gotten his opportunity in the NBA. I still think he can be a star when he does, but for right now...
I think I'm taking the last team over this one.
Jonathan Isaac's been the much better overall.
Isaac? Is that really his name? I thought it was just Isaac.
This team with an extremely bright future. Reggie Jackson and Bobby Portis are solid role players, but Booker, Isaac, and Zion are all 23 and under and future stars. We know the scoring ability of Devin Booker and that he'll be a star for years to come.
Yeah.
We know the superstar potential that Zion has.
Devin Booker's a downgrade of Kobe, but that's so amazing.
Because he's on the Magic, but he's one of the most underrated young players in the game today. He's a 6'11" small forward.
He got injured though.
Game has really been coming.
Didn't he tear his ACL?
He's shown a lot of improvement on offense and on defense.
That's gonna be a tough recovery.
Defensive player of the year potential in his future, which means that if he can take a big leap forward on the other end, this man's a future star too. So this lineup's great right now on both ends, and would be even better in years to come. And for number 6, we have the number 2 jersey with a lineup of Lonzo Ball, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who switched to shooting guard this year, Kawhi Leonard, Al-Farouq Aminu, and
shit.
And this is a good squad. We included Lonzo Ball here over
Kawhi and Lonzo, dude. Shai Gilgeous is actually really good too. Very underrated.
Averaging 7 rebounds and assists compared to Collins' 3 and 3. So while
Yeah.
playing with Kawhi, I'd much rather have Ball on this roster. And Cauley Stein and
Facts.
Al-Farouq would be the role players.
Al-Farouq's honestly underrated. Great defender and an amazing three-point shooter.
Becomes the second option, which makes them even better.
But Willie Cauley-Stein's just you know,
making the switch to shooting
average
guard this
center.
year, and that really should be his new natural position. And for 2, he's proven to be a great second option behind CP3, so we know he fits in that role. Then to add on,
Oh, you still have number 3
pressure off of Shai and Kawhi
with
his
Chris
ability to
Paul.
set up his teammates and make plays. So overall, a great lineup. Then number 5 goes to the number 0 jersey, and they get a little bit of an extra push
Melo?
since they get guys from the single and double 0 jerseys. And it gives them a 5 of Damian Lillard, Josh Richardson, Kyle Kuzma, Jason Tatum, and Myers Leonard. With us,
Okay,
a ton of
that's
talent,
stacked.
with guys like Russell Westbrook, Kevin Love, Aaron Gordon, Kobe White, and Carmelo Anthony, who's played power forward in recent years. And all these guys are great, but don't beat out any of the other 5 for the best in their position. But the guys we did use gives us a good team.
I guess Westbrook's
running the show.
Oh my god, I don't... Westbrook can play shooting guard. Oh my gosh. Dude. Damian versus... Prime Damian, Prime Westbrook. What you taking? MVP with 32, 12, and 11, whatever it was, or Damian Lillard, one of the most underrated players in NBA history. I don't know. Comment down below who you're taking out of those two.
Richardson's a great two-way player. Kyle Kuzma's been pretty much useless this year.
Nah.
Since he's had to take the back seat. But don't forget how good he was before LeBron and AD. Jason
Nah,
Tatum's a
Kuzma's
decent
good.
scorer,
Role
and
player.
great for Lillard over CJ McCollum, who he usually plays with.
Leonard's actually
And
pretty good
Myers
too.
Leonard's a solid role player. But there's a big problem with this lineup. A lot of scoring, which is great. Each player can get their own shot, but not a lot of playmaking would be going on here. Lillard's always been a scorer first.
They're still they could be a championship team.
Good, but nobody else on the roster averages over 3 a game. So I could see a lot of one-on-one basketball being played, which could hurt the team in the long run. Number 4 is taken.
This
by
is
the
starting
Lakers
5's though.
jersey. And maybe not too many players come to mind, but we have Kyle Lowry, Jaylen Brown, Kevin Durant, who will be wearing 7 in Brooklyn, Thon Maker, and JaVale McGee. KD's obviously the star.
Oh
Still
my
unknown
God.
How well he'll be when he returns.
Those first 3 are lethal. Brown, Lowry, and
Great
Durant.
all-star second option, like he was to Kawhi Leonard. Thon Maker would be out there on the court somewhere. JaVale McGee's the presence that they would need on defense. And Jaylen Brown.
JaVale McGee really turned his career around though.
Second option over Lowry.
He used to be a meme. Now he's a good player.
But I do think that Lowry would still be the team's playmaker, and Jaylen would be the guy that slowly scores 5 or 6 points a quarter and ends up with 20 every night, while keep in mind being the team's best defender. And this right here is definitely a contending lineup. I think they have a little bit of everything, and they would all mesh together. Number 3 goes to the number 13 jersey.
James Harden.
With Shabazz Napier at point guard, James Harden at shooting guard, Paul George for small
Oh,
forward,
shit,
Jaren
that's who it
Jackson
was.
at power forward, then Bam at
That's a championship team.
Bro,
Oh
he
my.
was the odd man out, but he was all 13 had to offer.
Bam,
For the
PG,
rest of the
Harden,
five, though, you're combining the best scorer in the NBA.
Who was the other
with
one?
The best defenders at their position.
Napier,
with
and
Paul George
Jaren
as a
Jackson. That's
lockdown,
championship team.
But also having MVP potential as a second option.
That's
And
insane.
himself and Harden
Easily.
would be the perfect pairing, because we've seen both men play with other superstars and thrive. While both Bam and Triple J will give you 16 a night and excel at their positions. Jackson can stretch the floor, and Bam can run it and keep up with the fast-paced offense.
That duo would be amazing.
Honestly,
Jaren
we're
Jackson
looking
and
at a
Bam
championship
Adebayo.
level squad right here. with the perfect blend of
That's
offense,
definitely a championship team.
and team chemistry, making this my favorite lineup.
Napier's not even a bad point guard either.
It and number 3 could really be interchangeable, and it's really a 2A, 2B situation.
Number 2
Because
is...
their 5 is Fred VanVleet, Lou Williams, LeBron James, Blake Griffin, and Mitchell Robinson.
Oh,
He's a good player at every position. LeBron's gonna dominate.
LeBron and Blake.
Always. Lou Williams usually isn't in the starting 5, but when he is, he's still a 20-point per game scorer and a leader. If Blake Griffin stayed healthy, he'd be a great second option.
Prime Blake.
If not, Lou Williams would step
Amazing.
up. Fred VanVleet came in huge in the playoffs and the finals last year, and has looked even better this season. And Mitch
Who's number 1?
Still got a long way to go, but at least he'd be a good rim protector. And besides, he'd fit in good with Blake, and he's the type of center that LeBron likes to play with anyways. So this is definitely another championship level team right here. You could even make the argument that
I don't see a better team than them, is there?
are also better than number 1. It could go either way between each of these 3 lineups. But in my opinion, the number 1 spot belongs to the number 3.
Chris Paul, who
Chris
else?
Paul, Bradley Beal, Kelly Oubre, Anthony Davis, and Andre.
Okay. Okay. Oh, as soon as I said I don't think there's a better team, oh my god. Andre Drummond and AD, one of the best rebounders in the league, one of the best defenders in the league. Then you have Kelly Oubre, a great role player, like an above-average role player. Bradley Beal, one of the most underrated players in the NBA, averages like 30 a game. And Chris Paul, one of the best point guards of all time. Championship team. Yep, he was right.
I mean,
Good list. Good list. The only thing I would switch up was Kyrie Irving's team and Devin Booker's team. I think I would put Devin Booker's team behind Kyrie Irving's because I feel like that was just... I feel like Kyrie, Sabonis, and whoever else was on there is better than D-Book's team. My opinion, though.
High-profile star players, and that's why it's so good. On the court, right off the bat, here we have Chris Paul and Anthony Davis, and that right there makes them a championship caliber.
Yeah,
already.
already.
You saw how good Anthony Davis played while playing with Rondo in the playoffs. So can you imagine how unstoppable they'd both be playing together, running the pick and roll?
I couldn't imagine, bro.
Everything in between. Then you pair up AD with AD, and Drummond's the perfect front court complement to Davis. A big guy that can clog up the paint while he stretches the floor. Kelly Oubre would be able to score when there were no other options, but he probably wouldn't be asked to too often, since they would also have
Bradley Beal,
who's averaging 30 a game and can score in every way possible.
I would love to see this team actually like play a season together.
Chris Paul and Anthony Davis duo, and that's the top 10 lineups from every jersey number. The best starting 5 videos are my favorite videos.
All right, that's gonna end it. Yeah, like I said, the only thing I would change is Kyrie Irving's team and Devin Booker's team. I feel like I'd put Kyrie's above him. But other than that, that was a great video. That first team, I didn't think it was any team that could beat LeBron's team. But then they brought out Bradley Beal and Chris Paul, AD and Oubre. Oh my God, that's insane. Well, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and if you want more videos like this, reaction videos, anything, drop some suggestions. And yeah, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.